welcome to Mike the Mike. This is Michael Beck. This is episode 1, and you'll have to let me know what you thought of that music there. That is the song Mike the Mike, spelt like microphone twice, Mike the Mike. And I took that and I threw it into Adobe Audition and I played around with the Doppler uh, sound effect and just played around with that. And I thought it sounded kind of cool. But yeah, that was Mike the Mike by Starflyer 59, one of my favorite artists. And I use that song as the inspiration for the name of this podcast. I took the Mike and I switched it with the name Mike. I'm Michael and thought I was clever. So I'm a professional graphic designer living in Williamsburg, Virginia. But there's so much more to me than that. I have lots more going on than what my work allows. Let's go back some 18 years. Growing up, I was an anxious and awkward little kid. I was introverted, didn't keep many friends. School was a great challenge for me. Like so many others my age, I was looking for an escape. I was drawing and doodling all the time, sometimes in class when I wasn't supposed to. I would come home after school and watch anime on Cartoon Network during a special segment called Toonami. And despite the R rating, my dad let me watch The Matrix when I was still in elementary. It was around the turn of the century. It seemed like an age of possibility. But the way people talked, it was as if the future was tomorrow. Hoverboards, flying cars, and TVs that could roll open and put on the wall like a movie poster. Video games had made a resurgence. I had gotten an N64 with the fan favorite Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time being the first game that ever played on it. I would go over to my friend's house and play on the innovative Sega Dreamcast, although the console turned out to be unsuccessful for Sega. The internet with web stores and sites like iTunes, MySpace, and Pure Volume, for those who knew that one, gave me access to music without having to go to a store. I didn't need the radio to tell me what to listen to. I was able to search on my own and listen to and discover lots of great artists. And all this was very informative for me and instilled a special love and appreciation for arts and entertainment. For me, it was so much more than a good time. It was exploring new worlds and living divergent lives, one's bigger and more fantastic than my own. So much has changed and I've grown a lot, but as I create and continue to uh, do artistic things, I continue to be influenced and inspired by the dreamers and storytellers, those passionate about sharing their vision. Presently, I'm writing and recording music under the name Lancaster. I'm also part of a collaborative project called Mercy Suite, in which I sing and write lyrics alongside my friend who plays fingerstyle guitar. And along with making music, I listen to a lot of music digitally, as most do. But also, I have a record player and a cassette deck, if you can believe that. I never thought I would get back into that format, but I can say that it is better than you remember. I take lots of nature photos with my Canon T4i and just recently bought a Polaroid camera. I've invested more money than I care to into Polaroid's Impossible film, which should stand for impossibly high prices. I went on a bit of a hiatus from video games for a few months, but finally gotten back into that. Just playing single player games mostly on my gaming laptop. I haven't had a console or since the PlayStation 3 and 360 generation. Um, but I've still been watching plenty of movies and shows and actually getting back into anime over the past few years. So I guess everything comes full circle. I went to school for computer animation and game design after so many years of make make believe and coming up with games in my head, and I'm playing music now after being an avid listener. So honestly, I feel that I've had more opportunities to play and try new things than I ever did when I was young. And so in this podcast, this big kid is going to give you an honest recount of all the fun that he's been having, as well as some of the struggles as well. Of course, no story is as interesting without conflict. So thank you for listening, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode of Mike the Mike.